sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
I wanted the best for her, okay? I watched her grow. I watched her dance. And we were always together. There was a point where we were together literally every fucking day. And about, I started Kirkland crew. I started all this stuff. I had my classes. And, some girls are just better. I don't want to sound shady when I say this, but girls are better dancers than others, okay? So other girls started getting more opportunity when it came to dancing with me, okay? I started to feel a disconnect between me and Efemeh for a while before, all this stuff happened. And it was about 2 years ago where I started feeling some tension, and I started hearing from some friends that, like, she didn't understand why I wasn't giving her as much attention as some other girls and stuff like that. And so I hit her up, and I wanted to ask her, because I started hearing from people. I had 2 girls come up to me and be like, hey, like, are you an Efemeh cool? And I was like, in my eyes, I was like, yeah, dude, like, we're good. Like, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what you mean. And they were like, well, she's saying some comments, and they sound kind of like they're not directed towards you, but they seem like they're about you. Okay, and you have to understand is Efemeh was my girl. She was with me all the time. I was training her. I was giving her advice. Like, I had this whole thing about making this, like, traveling workshop with all the different girls. And I sat down with Efemeh so many times, and I was like, Efemeh, you are Nigerian. You have a style that I know nothing about. Learn that shit, and I can bring you with me. I can bring you with me on this tour. I can bring you with me on this teaching tour. I brought her with me overseas dancing for this K-pop artist named Hyodin because I wanted success for her. And basically, she was saying comments to people, and that's where in the text messages you see it was like where I was saying she only wanted to dance with black girls. The way people came to me and told me that, because it seemed like a little jab at me, It seems like, and this is not even from me, this is from my friends that heard. It was like, she's saying this, and, like, I get what she's saying, that's fine, but it seems like she's almost mad at you. And so that was one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, and I'm also, like, I'm just, like, really upset right now. So
take your time. Take your time.
And, so I hit her up, and I asked her, I was asking her, like, what's really on? Those text messages, those are, the stories that we had were, like, a few long, right? And, it started off with just, like, hey, like, there's a disconnect between us, you know what I mean? And, I straight up asked her, I was like, this is what I've heard from people. This is how I feel. Like, what's going on? And it escalated. And I'm telling you, I was so upset. And I responded in a very, very bad way. And I'm fucking so upset at myself about it. Like, I'm all about accountability, and I will 100% hold myself accountable for what I said. And after me and Efemeh got in the fight, we talked about it. We got on the phone, we talked it, we hashed it out person to person, and we understood each other. Like, it was all good. We've been friends since then. Just last week, she was hitting me up asking if I come to the Bay. Can I drive home with you? Boom, boom, boom. We're all good. And I just, it was a very personal thing, and I'm sad that, you know, it's come out a year later, and I'm super sorry about that. I've told her over and over again. I've apologized. I've told her that I'm sorry for how I reacted, but it all started from I felt a wedge that was being put between me and her, and I wanted to address that because I have done nothing but be here for that girl. I've put her on jobs. I've helped her. I've tried to tell her so many different ways to be successful in this dance industry, and that's all I fucking wanted from her from the get. And I don't know. I don't know. And I've told her that I'm sorry, you know, and I don't really understand like why it came out now. If she wanted to do this, she could have done it a year ago when we were fighting, but I don't know.
No, I totally understand. I know you need to get this out, so that's why I want you to get it out. That's why I want you to explain your side of it, because, you know, she said how she felt, and she said, you know, what she felt as far as, you know, you saying it, or from my understanding, from what she said, she was saying that she made a post about Ariel, the mermaid, was going to be a black mermaid or something, and something about you saying, oh, well, you know, something about that, and then that led to the whole, well, you only want to dance with black girls, and then, you know, so forth and so on. Here's the thing. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you can finish.
Oh, and I was saying, and so, and you know, you being friends with somebody for a long time, we get all that. You guys being best friends, you trying to help her career rise. All those things are amazing and great, and you guys, from what I'm taking, even talking to her, you guys had some kind of friendship that you guys both value, because if not, she wouldn't have cared. If she didn't, she would be like, fuck you and bye. You guys actually both had a friendship that you guys both value, so we can agree on that. I think now it's just people wanting to know, because they saw the messages that were out. They're wanting to know, you know, why you use the word. And we get that she was your friend and you got mad or whatever the case may be, but that's really what people want to know. It's just like,
I get
why?
that.
And then they saw that you said because you were Afro-Latina, and then just, I'll let you take it.
No, I know. It was honestly, it was whack. Like, it was a whack thing to say. It was a whack response. Like, and I'm not even trying to deflect that. Like, that shit was whack. And, but I am going to be honest. Like, see, I can't, see, it sounds so whack even to say, like, where I'm from.
No, but you know what? But let me tell you something, Nicole.
Honestly, I'm not.
But Nicole, honestly, say what you need to do is just say exactly how you feel and exactly the truth. Because as long as it's authentic, no one can call you bullshit on it. Now, whether it's right or wrong, that's another thing. I'm not saying whether it was right or wrong.
Yeah.
But as long as it's authentic, they can't call bullshit. So, and from according to both of y'all, this happened a year ago.
Yeah.
You need to just be as transparent as you can and say, look, you know, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but say don't bullshit it. Just say what it is. Yeah.
I mean, I did mean what I said. Like, I'm from the fucking Bay Area, that times are different now. Things are more sensitive, and I agree with it, which is why I've taken the term to, you know, I'm not going to say that. Now, I want to be clear, too. I never have and never will and never have said the word like every day. Okay. This is not like I can just come up there and say it whenever I want and stuff like that. It was more about when I was frustrated. I know the first time I said it in front of her is because my boyfriend at the time was being a fucking dick and it slipped out. Okay. I said it and I looked at her and I even said, I was like, I'm sorry about that. And she was like, no, dude, it's good. And I was like, okay. And then, like, I don't say it on a regular basis. But from where I'm from, how we talked in high school, how things were, it was fucking different. Like, people just talked like that, and it wasn't like it is now. And I understand that, and I'm being, you know, I hear what she says, and I apologize for it. I told her over and over again, I'm sorry for this shit, dude. I really am, and I truly mean it. And we had a one-on-one talk. It was like an hour and a half, 2-hour talk where I was sitting down with her, and I was like, I'm sorry, I hear you, and it won't happen again. Like, I literally told her all of that. Like, I'm so fucking sorry for this. I've learned my lesson. I'm not gonna fucking say it. And it's like, I thought that we got through it. You know what I mean? It was personal. It was between me and her. And
it's okay. Here's the thing. And I'm because I'm looking at the comments, and I just want to, because I'm going to be very clear. It you know, I know in your mind, you know, things are sensitive now. Things has always been sensitive to certain people.
Yeah.
So it's getting more. People are now more aware now, but for certain people, it's always been sensitive.
Yeah.
And so that's one, and then two, I'm assuming your ex-boyfriend was black, right? Right. So it's like, even to hear you say it, you know, and let me be very clear when I say this. I don't think for 1 minute you racist. Let me put that on record right now. So you can understand. No, for you to understand it, and for the world, I don't for 1 minute think that Nicole Kirkland is racist. Period. Now, that's a hard stop. There's no buts. There's no. I don't think Nicole Kirkland is racist. Hard stop. Now I'm saying something else. It's because the thing about the whole thing is just that when you say it, especially when you're mad, it comes off some way, and it's like, okay, it makes people think, okay, did you always think this about me, and you just said it now because you're mad? Like, you know, even if for her, I'm not speaking for her because I don't. She told you, cool, whatever. And that's another thing that I spoke on before I even knew this happened, which is so crazy. And everybody here that wasn't here before, that I spoke on it before I even knew the situation, I said it before. You have the responsibility to speak up in those moments because you are accountable. Not you, but her. Like, when she said it, if it offended, you should have been like, hey, no, you know, that's not cool. I don't care who you fuck. Sorry, I talk very straight. I don't care who you fucking. I don't care who you are, who you hang with. You know, that's just not cool.
Yeah. And you know what? Actually, I told her that point too. I was like, if this was an issue, then you should have said something, because she didn't. And that's the thing too, is like,
sorry to cut you off, but don't let her saying it's the issue skew your judgment.
Yeah.
Don't put that. I want you to take responsibility for you. Don't let her saying something or not saying something skew your judgment. Yeah. Again, she ain't the representative for all black people.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
some people don't care, and I've literally I'm not going to put them out there because they are dancers, and I don't put people out there like that. But I have friends that don't give a fuck. They're like, it's in the music. We put it in the music. We dance to the music. It's fine, you know. And I don't know if they still feel that way, but I have had these conversations with multiple people in the dance world, and that's how they feel. So this is a learning lesson for me too, is that I understand that even if some are okay and some are not, I'm good. Like, I'm good off of it. I don't need to talk like that. Like, I learned my lesson, and I'm sorry. And I have told her that so many times, that, like, dude, I was acting out of emotion. I'm fucking sorry that I was messaging like that. I hate getting in text message arguments specifically for that reason, because you don't see the person face to face and you're talking crazy. And I can't say anything else other than I literally called her, and we had an hour and a half to a 2-hour talk about everything, not even just that, like everything. And we were so fucking cool. Like I said, we have been texting, we have been talking. Just last week, she hit me up and we were like, hey, I'm coming to the Bay, like whatever. And she's like, cool, like, can I hop a ride home? And I'm like, sure. Like, we've been cool, you know? And it's just, yeah. But anyway,
here's the thing, and let's be very clear, everyone who's here and listening. Nicole is a representative of a lot of people, and I've said this too before. I've been said this, because it's in our music, get in this, and people say it all the time, and you know, I can say it and you can't. That's why I just choose not to use the word. That's just my personal opinion. That's just me. I choose not to use it that way. I drew a very clear line. You ain't never heard me say it, so that's why you ain't gonna say it, at least in front of, you know what I mean? And even if you do, it's just it's so provocative, and it's so, you know, and again, this is why I argue both sides when I say we need to stop using the word, but that's a whole nother thing. At the end of the day, whether you know, understand the severity of it, again, I don't care if you pull 1 million of people that are your friends that are black that say, oh girl, you know, I don't care, you my friend, I don't care. And let me tell you why. Because I was going through the airport in San Francisco. I'm not talking about going through the airport in Alabama or South Carolina. I was in San Francisco, California, going through the airport, and this white woman called me a monkey. And I literally thought I was on candid camera. I'm like, oh no, I know this is fake. I know this is fake. And she was drunk, belligerent. She called me a monkey, a circus animal, so many things. It was unwarranted. It was unprovoked. It was just, she felt like, okay, you in front of me, you black. She was like, don't you feel like a monkey? I'm like, huh? And she just started going. Her excuse was, well, I have a black friend, and she don't mind it. Mm-hmm. That's where the fuck up is, because she assumed my friend, I have a black friend, and they allow it, so you should allow it too. And I'm like, no. Your black friend is not the representative for all black people. I just feel like the word should just be abolished. I just feel like, you know, even if you don't understand it, because it is a colloquialism, it is something that people, because there are power in words. There are, and I understand people, not kids, adults, everybody who took something that was so just and tried to and flipped it, and now it's a term of endearment. I understand that, but if it's confusing to you, if anything is confusing to me, I'm just gonna be like, either I'm gonna do more research on it, or I'm gonna say fuck it all together. There's so many other things I can say fuck it. It ain't that deep. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that I have to say. So if I feel like there's a little, because like you said, I said it to my boyfriend, and I looked at her and I said, oh, I'm sorry. For you to even think to say I'm sorry, you knew it was wrong. Do you know what I mean? You knew there was something in there that was wrong about it, because I said, oops, I'm apologizing to you. So that should have been like, okay, then there's something wrong with this. Maybe I shouldn't say it. So, you know, that's why I feel like, and this is all for all non-black people who don't understand when to use it, when not to use it, who to use it with, just don't use it at all. And then that way you just steer clear from all the bullshit. Just, you don't have to worry. You don't got to worry about saying nothing or any of that. And I think just on top of that, I think because of what's happening now people feel a certain way because you're what people are saying, so down, this, that, and the third, you're part of the black culture, and now you're not saying nothing at all. So people feel some kind of way on all sides of the fence. So it's like, like what? No, and not that someone has to tell you what to do with your platform, because your platform is your platform, but I'm letting you know why people feel a certain way. Yeah. So if you want to respond to that, I feel like maybe you should take this time to do that as well.
Honestly, everything you have said, I completely agree with, and I am a person of accountability, 100%. And I have to take ownership for what the fuck I said and what the fuck I did, and I will fully take ownership of it. That has also nothing to do with this circumstance, right? What is happening in our fucked up world right now, okay? That happened a year ago, and that is between me and Efemeh, and what is happening now in the world,
now it's out, so it's kind of like, and whether it happened a year ago or yesterday, another thing why people have, and I'm speaking for the people, is that because they feel like you're not sorry, you're only sorry you got caught.
I had a full-on conversation.
You know what I mean? Probably with her. No, but I'm saying you probably feel this way because now that you're caught, maybe some people are going to be like, oh, let's cancel her. Whatever people are going to say, they're going to have their opinions. And,
If I didn't feel fucking sorry, I would have never even hit her up to be friends with her again because I understood her. I heard her out. I have a black girlfriend, and we talk about these things all the time. And I hear her out. I talk to her because I care. You know what I'm saying? I hit her up and I said, Efemeh, I want to apologize. I want to sit down. I want to talk through this. And we had a 2-hour talk and half of that was me saying, yo, like, I get it. I'm sorry. I hear you out. And it's not going to be said again. Sorry.
No, that was the thing.
I am. I'm learning. Okay, we're all learning, and I'm learning specifically, and all I can say is I'm sorry for who I hurt and who I offended with saying this. I want to be a supporter of everyone. Some of my closest friends, my girlfriend, are black,
but that's what everyone says. It's not. I'm just saying that's like the coin frame. It's just, and here's the thing, and I don't want you to feel pressured into doing something because now I'm pressured. I gotta do. It's either you do or you don't, and if you don't, fuck it, you don't. That's just. I just want you to be authentic. I don't want you to feel like I need to say this because this is what's going to make people forgive me. I need to say this because this is what people are going to see me in a different light. I just want you to be authentic. I don't want you to, I support, like, either, and if you don't, I just want you, it is what it is. Let people either judge you or not. Like, I'm about people living, like, and again, I'm not saying Nicole Kirkland's racist, but this is something I always say. I like my racist, which means, and it's just a term I use, meaning, and that applies, that's applicable to racism and everything else. Whatever you are, I want you to be it. I don't want you to pretend or I don't got time. Just be who you are. That don't mean that I'm going to like you or not like you. It just gives me a choice So do I want to be involved or not? So don't feel like, I just don't want you to feel like I have to be, media trained and watch what I say and say what I think they want to hear. Like, I want to support this or support. I want you to say whatever it is you want to say, and please understand, and I want people to understand this too. Because you have a black girlfriend, not you, just because you're married to a black man, you got, biracial kids. I know white women who are married to black men, have black kids, and no. Still, it's like, I would still never, first of all, I can't say that because I got kids. like, what am I saying about my kids? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, how mad do you make somebody before they say that? And then once you get mad enough and say something like that, it's like, now I'm questioning everything about our relationship from beginning to end. Is this something that you've always felt, but you're just doing this because it's leveraging and I'm saying about you personally, but just your career, your whatever it is, what is it? Because at the end of the day, even the slave masters was fucking the slaves, if you know what I mean. So that means nothing. Even the masters was going and fucking those slaves in the back, and then taking the children and selling them so the wife don't know I was fucking the slaves. I'm sorry to talk like this. It's just how I talk. So all those things don't matter. I just want you to be. I really just want you to have a chance to just say how you feel, because I think I'm sure people just want to know, and this is an opportunity.
Yeah, all I can say again is I'm sorry for who I offended. If I said it and you didn't like it, I'm sorry, and I'm not going to say it anymore. It's out of my vocabulary. I understand. I completely hear all of Efemeh's I get it. I get it. That's all I can say. And I can say I'm sorry. And I guess I don't know really what else to say, because it's just like, I'm fucking sorry, and the last thing I want to do is hurt anybody that I'm close to or friends with, that I pass in, whether it's dance classes, whether I see at the studio. Like, the last thing I ever want to do is hurt anybody and offend anybody. And
hold on, Nicole. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is going to end in 10 seconds. I want you to go away, come back in and finish your thoughts, so we can.
I'll come right back
For everybody. Okay.